I'm ready to win a world title. Chris Billam-Smith knockout.
Fight that guy. It's a world title opportunity in his hometown. I'm going in there to hurt him.
I've shared the ring with him so much and I know how awkward he is.
Old trainer, bragging rights. There's so many different layers, do you know what I mean?
I know I can knock anyone in the world out.
Got a grown man who is trying to knock me out in front of his hometown fans.
There's going to be a lot more of them in there, just going to fuel me even more.
I punch harder, better tactician, more athletic. I'm physically stronger than him. I pretty much beat him in every department. I was top dog when I was in the gym. Am I still top dog? We have to see.
What was your initial reaction when you found out that May 27th was signed by both sides?
Jump for joy.
A jump for joy?
That was it, yeah.
You wanted this fight?
Yeah, needed it.
We asked for the fight, I think, before Lawrence's fight, so we were hoping and praying that Lawrence would come through unscathed and accept the fight. I didn't think he would. I thought it'd be too soon after, but when we found out, yeah, I was over the moon.
Did you always know this fight would happen at some point?
No, if I'm honest, I didn't actually think this fight would ever materialise for various reasons, but opportunity strikes.
No, not when he joined the gym. I think that sort of, we had the conversation. I didn't think he'd leave the gym. He knows how good a coach Shane is. I didn't think he'd ever leave, They didn't fall out or anything, but I didn't think it would happen. And then, obviously, when he left the gym, it was always going to be a possibility.
You know each other very well, so how do you put that aside come fight night?
Yeah, just got a grown man who is trying to knock me out in front of his hometown fans, and I'm trying to do the same. So it's very easy, as soon as punches start getting thrown, I think you forget, everything else.
Once the bell goes, we're in there for a reason. We've done it before, in terms of, we've been through what a fight is, first bell, hearing first bell, and then it's just wartime. So it's all feelings go out the window until the fight's over.
You were obviously stable mates, so you know each other very well. But how friendly were you really?
We were friendly enough. Obviously we may not have gone to dinner together, but I respected him as a man. Still do. I think he's a actual nice guy. Good with his missus, good with obviously his kids now, and just overall good guy. So I ain't got no bad blood towards him, but I've got competitive, spirit.
We're friends now. I've got a lot of friends, but we never hung around outside the gym or anything like that. But I wish him well in life. I don't wish bad on him. Just May 27th, just not wishing him as well then.
There's been hundreds of hours sparring, training, working with each other. Do you perhaps know each other a little too well?
I don't think it's for me, a lot of my advantages come from people not actually understanding my range, understanding the stuff that I do. So he's going to be able to negate a lot of the stuff that I do because he has spent a lot of time in there with me. But I'm also going to know, about him. So I think it makes for an exciting fight straight off the rip because we get rid of all of the sort of feeling out process and we know what it is, do you know what I mean? So we're going to get to it.
No, I don't think so. He would have changed a lot since he's left the gym, and I know I have as well, and I've grown a lot as a fighter and as an athlete since. So yeah.
Is there not a danger of it going the other way because you know each other so well? It could be really cagey early doors.
Impossible. This is not a fight I'm trying to be cagey in, and I know it's not a fight he's trying to be cagey in. I'm coming to Bournemouth, where there's likely to be 10, 12, however many thousand people there wearing black and red, wanting to see Chris win.
Yeah.
So there's no time to be cagey. You have to go get it done.
What can you tell us about the spars? Who got the better of them? I know there's obviously different stories there might be. Overall, if you zoom out, do you feel like you got the better of him?
It's hard to say. Do you know what I mean? The sparring, we're always working on stuff. So the only thing that really matters is what happens on May the 27th. He could have won absolutely every minute of every spar. If he doesn't win the fight, it doesn't matter, and vice versa.
There was plenty of spars. Everyone has on days and off days, and we had so many that they were definitely shared. We helped each other a lot. we've grown each other as boxers, and I think that's why this makes for an interesting fight, because we've shared so many rounds, but by doing so we've improved each other.
You both took the fight relatively quickly and easily. Do you think that is a direct indication of both of your confidence in winning this fight?
No, I think for me, I have a lot more to lose in this fight, and he has a lot more to gain. There's already a stadium booked, and obviously the opportunity for a world title once I've gone on Sky Sports is very difficult to turn down. So he was more sort of snookered into a position as opposed to hunting for it. But you know, sometimes they say be careful what you ask for, so I got to do what I'm meant to do and then get the job done.
Do you think he made a mistake taking this fight?
Yes and no. Yes, because obviously he's going to lose the fight, but no, because it's a world title opportunity in his hometown, and he's always going to be able to hold that close to his heart.
It depends how you look at it. He gets another payday in 9 weeks after he's just had one, so that's a positive to his bank balance. In terms of holding on to his belt, yes, I think it's a mistake.
How important is form going into this fight? He's obviously got a bit of momentum, especially in Bournemouth. You have just come back from a pretty long layoff. Do you think that will play maybe more into Chris's hands?
No. Unfortunately, I just had a fight a week ago. Come back, the bruising's gone. I'm ready to go to work. So for me, you know, the activity not going up too much in weight is going to really pay dividends. I remember what it's like to have a fight a week ago. So going into camp now, I know what I need to work on. So it's a quick turnaround. In terms of form as well, you have to ask who against. I rate Chamberlain to a certain degree, and his last guy to a certain degree, but there's levels, and that's something that they know. Yeah,
I don't think any form will matter come fight night. You know, I'll be going in there better than I've been in my previous fights, and I expect Lawrence to be better than he was in his last fight as well. You know, I'll be preparing for the best Lawrence Okolie, which we've seen in our gym over the years.
Why did you take this fight?
For me, I'd like activity. I had a long layoff, as we said. I had a fight last week, which although I won, you know, all the rounds and was comfortable, there's tweaks that I want to make in training. There's stuff I want to show, and I think that activity helps with that. You know, the conditioning side of it, the mindset side of it. So this is the right type of fight to get my mind really locked in on an opponent who, if I'm not 100%, is capable of causing an upset. So I'm on it.
If you had to give your opponent any advice going into this fight, what would it be?
Stay injury-free.
Why did you take this fight?
I want to fight for a world title. The other champions, we exhausted all options there. You know, Lawrence was the last choice due to him being obviously a friend. But we wanted to fight for a world title. My dream's to win a world title at Vitality Stadium. Now I get that opportunity.
The venue is Bournemouth Vitality Stadium. How will you cope with what could be a hostile crowd?
I think I'll cope well. I think that, you know, there's been a lot of times where the crowd in Bournemouth has been hostile and they've still come up unstuck, so same again.
Once the fight's going, you know, they'll just be making noise and just fueling me. They did so massively against Isaac Chamberlain, and they did so in the last fight, created unbelievable atmosphere. So now there's going to be a lot more of them in there. And yeah, they're going to create even more noise, and that's just going to fuel me even more.
This is a fight you've been calling for, a stadium world title shot. Now we've got some more added spark, as it's Lawrence. You spent a lot of time with him. How does it feel? Does this feel different to any of your other fights?
Yeah, for sure. You know, there's a huge amount of pressure on me, as I'm always in entertaining fights, so I've got to go out and entertain again. There's a lot of the public are going to be rooting for me because he obviously got a lot of stick after his last fight, so they're going to want to see him, you know, see him lose. So it's down to me to please a lot of people, but I welcome all that pressure, and with it being at the stadium, there's more pressure, but that's absolutely, I've always thrived under pressure.
Does the fact that Shane McGuigan was your former coach put you at a little bit of a disadvantage?
I think it puts me at a massive advantage, just purely for my own motivation. I mean, Shane knows what I'm like. Shane's gonna know what I am. You know, he's had me for a number of years. He knows what I'm like in the gym. He knows what I'm like outside the gym. And he knows what happens when I have a big fight occasion, what I'm able to do. So he's gonna know.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane's the best coach in the world. So if you're not with him, you're at a disadvantage.
You split with Shane, and although it seemed slightly more to do with logistics, do you feel like you're learning more under SugarHill?
I'm learning different things. But it takes time to really implement those things.
Yeah.
And I think that another 8-week camp, another 7-8 weeks is going to be enough to add just what I need to be able to demonstrate a little bit more in this fight.
How will it feel getting your hands raised in that stadium?
Yeah, it's I've got, that gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. First I've got a job to do, I've got to focus on that and not get too caught up in that feeling, but it's an exciting time.
Why are you confident you can win?
Just obviously I've been at a high level for a number of years. I've got a lot of physical attributes over Chris. I'm a better tactician, more athletic, I punch harder. I'm physically stronger than him. I pretty much beat him in every department, but he's good at everything, but I beat him in every department. So yeah, I'm very confident.
I just believe in myself. Anyone in the world, I know I can knock anyone in the world out. We haven't shied away from any of the champions. Yeah. We tried fighting Jai Patel, who a lot of people see as the number one. Then we tried fighting Gulamirian, who's no one really wants to fight because he's tough and hard. We've exhausted all options, like I said. And then Lawrence, obviously, a lot of, I'd probably see him as the world number one in a way, because I know I've shared the ring with him so much and I know how awkward he is, and he's never looked like getting beat. But I'm ready to win a world title and become world champion.
Finally, give us a prediction for the fight.
I think it's going to be a good, exciting fight. I think it's going to be a good, exciting fight.
Chris Billam-Smith knockout.
How will the fight end? KO, TKO, or points?
I'm aiming for a TKO. I don't think I'll KO him because he's got a great chin, but I think it will be a breakdown. I think we're gonna go through the trenches and see if I haven't been hit clean. Like I'm gonna win by stoppage still. I'm not gonna lie.
Knockout.
Final thought when you step into the ring.
Fuck that guy. Oh, sorry, maybe not swear, but it'll be. Well, it is the truth. I'm going in there to hurt him. Like, I can't lie. Like, in majority of fights, I'm going in there, boxing this and another. This one here, although I like him, there's so much. Forget the world title. It's like old trainer. It's bragging rights. There's so many different layers. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going in there to allow. I don't want them to be able to say, he just nicked it, or I need to go in and make it so clear. Everyone in the gym. Because that's what it's about, really. Like, obviously, it's a bigger occasion. But for me, that's what really matters. You know what I mean? Because I was top dog when I was in the gym. Am I still top dog? We have to see.
Game plan, focus.
One strength of your opponent.
Very good inside combination punching. Just one. Okay, fine. That's it.
Awkwardness.
One weakness of your opponent.
Just the will to win.
Think it's a weakness?
Yeah, big one in this fight.
Awkwardness.
In one sentence, what gives you the advantage?
Because I'm a better fighter.
Athleticism.
Out of 10, what would you rate Chris Billam-Smith's punch power?
8.
10.
Stamina?
7.5.
9.
Speed?
7. It depends where, but mid-range 8 and long range 7.
9.
Will to win?
10.
9.
Chin?
I'll give him an 8 right now, maybe 8.5.
Can't answer that one. No one's ever tested it properly.
Defense?
7.
10.
And boxing IQ?
Him by himself, 7. With Shane, 8, 8.5.
9.